Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is VidHead85 here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the fact that the Wiz, W-I-Z, was called a racist for having a black cast. These people are very funny because of the fact that I never heard any of those same people who are calling the Wiz racist. I've never seen them talk about why the teen movies like The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, St. Elmo's Fire. Let me see some other things. Like those are for Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Home Alone. Let me see some more. Let's even go back into the 60s. Pillow Talk. Let me go see Viva Las Vegas. Most of Elvis's movies were white. Predominantly white cast in most of all these films, and I hear no one bitching about all of them. Gone with the Wind had one black cast member, and I'm pretty sure that when she earned the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, we had a lot of racists out there then saying that she doesn't deserve it because she's a nigger. And trust me, I don't care what anybody says about this, but you are more offended by me using the word than people you calling me that very name in the comments and talking about I live in public housing, I have food stamps, I only want people to support me because that's why I support Bernie Sanders. You're racist, you're socialist, you're communist. I am always those things when I disagree with you. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care. I am tired of individuals like neo-Confederates, just like the Reconstruction old Confederate whites, constantly telling me that I have to prove my existence as a person that needs to exist because they do not see me as equal. You are idiots, you are morons, and you are dying off. You are the same people who refused to understand why President Obama even got elected in the first place or even won out over Hillary Clinton in the first place. Let me tell you something. You want to revise history with your Confederate flag in one hand and your Bible in the other, and make sure you have your shotgun balanced on your shoulders because, well, you love this country so much, but yet you worship a flag that was raised against this very country, against this very country that you claim to love. These are the same people who are saying that the Wiz is racist. Anytime they see black empowerment, anytime they see people like Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, I understand that on a fundamental level, these people have to say that these are the exceptional ones, but everybody else are niggers. Let me make something very clear to you. You are the problem with racism in this country. You defend police officers as if they can do no wrong. But then again, when a cop is shot at Planned Parenthood, you want to say, thank God for the shooter. He killed a police officer, by the way. Cop lives don't matter when an Oregon police officer turns in his racist chief and yet receives a lot of retaliation or even death threats from his very fellow officers. Cop lives don't matter then to you. Just admit that you are a full-blown racist, and I will, whatever little respect I have for you, will shoot up this much. This is not about the Wiz. This is about the fact that we have a white population with the majority of wealth, the majority of social institutions that can put forth their racism and affect their racism into the community at large and constantly divest other communities, constantly say that, you know what, if you went to an inner city school, then you do not deserve this scholarship. Or even what even boggles my mind is Cecil Rhodes killed many more Africans than King Leopold, but you won't hear about King Leopold because he murdered Congolese. You won't hear about Cecil Rhodes, but then again, you got Rhodes scholars like Bill Clinton and probably Bush. This gets to me. Because I'm not the problem. Me talking about racism is not the problem. The fact that there is more pressure for me to stop talking about racism as opposed to confronting it when it exists and confronting it when you see it, that is the problem. The problem has not been, wasn't in Reconstruction governments that blacks were a part of it. The problem was old Confederates out there saying that they do not deserve to be a part of that because they're black. And what's so funny is let me bring it into today. Hillary Clinton can say it's time for a woman, but if Obama would have said it's time for a black man in office, I would have heard nothing. It would have been incessant rumor mill on the news 24/7. Hillary Clinton is a white woman who can say, it's my time. It's time for a woman to be in the White House. But President Barack Obama, President Clinton, for those of you in denial, President Barack Obama could not say it's time for a black man to be in the White House. Now, I know that many people did vote for him because he's black. Many Catholics voted for JFK because he's Catholic. And then they want to take The Wiz, a 1975 play with music by Charlie Smalls, and the book was, I don't know who the book was written by. And then they want to call it racist because it has an all-black cast. But every single teen movie of the 80s and 90s only had one black person in it. Another teen movie even made a joke about this. Viola Davis talked about the fact that black women are underrepresented in TV. But go on in your world where we're post-racial and race doesn't matter. Because let me tell you, if I'm carrying an AR-15, I'm going to get shot. Too many white men and white supremacists have been murdering people more than ISIS ever could, and yet you focus on Syria. We have Americans killing Americans, but yet you're going to say, oh, white supremacists aren't the problem. Domestic terrorism is not a problem. The problem is in Ferguson and Baltimore. The problem is in Sanford. The problem is anywhere where a black kid is shot and killed because he would have grown up to be a thug anyway. And where were these All Lives Matter people when Zachary Hammond was shot and killed? I heard nothing. It took the Black Lives Matter people to shame them. They were openly skewering them. Same here too, on social media, because black lives do matter. But all lives do not. All lives matter was shut up, nigger. And yes, I used it. And if you are more offended at the fact that I used nigger than the fact that I've been called that, then you are the problem. Good day.